Happy Thursday, ladies. Oh, Thursday. Oh my gosh. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Mary. Hi, Rise. Hello, hello. The gang is all here for this fun back to school project. And we are just getting over a bit of a storm, so I can hear a little bit of thunder in the background, but let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. And this is Tuesday evening Facebook Live with the Wexford Stamper. And tonight I have a super fun back to school project. These are little monster backpacks. And what's great about this project is you can choose any paper that you have in your stash and it will work perfectly. So I just wanted to show you some of the varieties that I made here. This is a flower backpack. Thank you, Joanne. Yeah, I don't know what made me think of them, but I just did. And I think they're going to be so cute for the neighbors that I have some kids that are starting to get ready for school. So this is a little flower one I made. Now all of them you open up like this, and it has a little pack of the fruit snacks, and then a little spot for you to write a little note. Okay, so there, this one uses the paper from Hand Penned. That would be for a cute little girl, maybe, I don't know, girl backpack. This one, I used paper from the In Colors. This is Fresh Freesia. Oh, thank you. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Deb and Rise. I got you already. Yes, they are. They came out so adorable. I'm so excited. And then maybe for the little boys, I got this stripe. And I thought that was really super cute for the boys. Same thing on the inside. And then here is one that we're going to make today. This one I used paper from In the Wild. Okay, we're gonna make the little loop on the top of the bag, and then there's two little shoulder straps on the back. This is closed using the craft magnets. We're gonna have to make some teeth, and then I'll show you how to make the cute little inserts that you can slide the fruit snacks in. But pretty easy, you're gonna be happy. You can make lots of these if you need them. All right, so let's go ahead and put these aside for now. If you are, there will be a kit available to make 2 of the cute little backpacks. It will include the magnets and it will include the fruit snacks. Here, I can show you. Here is one of the kits, enough to make 2 of the backpacks. So those will be available following the stream tonight. All right, let me go ahead and show you the paper. Now remember, you can use any paper you like, but I thought this was a great paper. This is called In the Wild. This is a new paper. This is a great one for a boy or a girl backpack, but they always like the wild animals, and this is such pretty, pretty paper. So this is the one I used for the one we're doing this evening. It's called In the Wild. All right, now there was not really a back to school stamp that I could find, so I went back into my stash. You guys might know better than me. And I found in Banner Year, okay, this one is still available. I just took the Happy Fall Y'all, okay? And I just put that on the little patch on the front of the bag. But you can, look in your stash, maybe you've got something better. But I couldn't find like a happy back to school or anything like that. So that was the best I could do with that. And then on the inside, I took one from my Under My Umbrella set, and it says, "It's your day." So if you're gonna give them to them like on the first day of school, that would work. So whatever you have, okay? I always encourage you to use whatever you have in your stash, and you can make these with whatever you have at home. All right. Last thing before we get started, these are the magnets I use. These are craft magnets, and I got them from Amazon, and they're 8 millimeters by 1 millimeter, And I will put a link on my blog. I got these on Amazon, big surprise. And I will put a link on my blog if you need some of these little magnets. Now, if you get a kit, the magnets are in for 2 of those little backpacks. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a piece of crushed curry cardstock. And this is cut at 3 3/4 by 11. Now remember, following the live stream, you can go to my blog and you can print off this little PDF, and this has all the directions, all the product that I used for you. So you can have a hard copy of the directions, so don't worry about trying to write those down now. All right, so this is the piece. This is cut again at 3 3/4 by 11. I scored at 2, 2.5, 6.5, and 7. All right, so this is going to be the part that flaps up and is kind of the body of your backpack. So let me go ahead and grab my bone folder, and I'm just going to fold and crease on all these score lines, and you can really quickly get an idea about what they're going to look like. All right, so there is the body of your backpack. You can see really quickly what that's going to look like. Now tonight, I am not going to round the corners. Mine is going to look just like this one here, okay? But if you look at my little striped one here, I used my corner rounder, rounded the cardstock, and then rounded the bottom of the Designer Series paper too. So it depends, whatever you like, okay? You can do the straight across or the rounded corners for your backpack. Either way works perfectly. All right, now I'm going to put this aside for now, and we're going to work on the inside little pocket that we're going to put our fruit snacks in. Now the size of this piece is, I got to find it. It is 4 by 5 inches. Okay, and you're going to notice on 3 of the sides, let me see if I can get it close enough. On 3 of the sides, both of the short and 1 of the long. Hi, Jean, welcome. Come on in. I hope everybody is able to stay here with me. It's kind of thundering and lightning outside. So what I did here on 3 of the sides, both of the short and 1 of the long, is score at 1.5 and 1. 1.5, not 1.5, 1/2, 1. 1/2, 1, 1/2, 1. And then nothing up here, because that's going to be the top where it goes in. All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to fold on all these score lines too. And what it's going to make is just a little pocket for inside your backpack to place your little pack of fruit snacks. So with this one, this project, I recommend working from the inside out. And then we will put the paper and the magnets on last, and then dress it up with our eyes and teeth. So we're going to work from the inside out. Oh no, Cheryl, I hope she can, oh no, Cheryl's gonna have to watch the YouTube channel. I'm not surprised, it is really crazy out there. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do some cutting on my inside pocket, okay? I'm gonna hold it this way with the score lines along the bottom, and we're holding it in landscape. And I'm gonna go ahead, and first I'm gonna cut off the outside 3 little squares at this corner. We've got to cut a little farther there, Barb. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right, so I cut off those 3 there. So all we have left is this one here, and we're going to create a flap. That's going to flap inside to hold our pocket together. Okay? We're going to do the exact same thing on this side. We're going to cut off the 3 little squares around the outside. Okay, everybody see where I'm at here? And then I'm going to cut up 1 more here and make our little flap. All right, that's it. That's all we need to do for the pocket. Okay, I'm going to turn it over on the out so we can see the outside. and I'm going to grab my Tombow and watch how easy this pocket comes together. First, I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow on those flaps. Okay, and I'm going to fold them in. And I'm just going to hold them for just a second. Tombow just needs a couple seconds, and it holds pretty well. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Hope everybody is doing well. Poor Cheryl is not. She has a transformer fire. Oh my goodness. All right, so now we have those two little tabs. Now we're going to fold in those two pieces here on the outside, and I'm going to add a little bit of Tombow there. And then I'm going to bring up that bottom flap. Okay, I'm going to hold again. Okay, so what we're seeing is a little piece that we're going to just adhere to the inside of the backpack, and it's going to make the cute little pocket. Okay, I think we got it. Now, I probably should have done this before, but I get so excited and I forget. Oh, looks like it's going to fit. I have my double scallop punch, or my double oval, I think it's called. Okay, and I'm going to slide that in here. I recommend you do this before, but it works, hey. And I made a little bit of a half oval there just to make the front look a little nice. You could use any kind of a punch there, whatever works for you. All right, now we're gonna bring in our outside, our backpack piece, and this is gonna go right here. Okay, so we're gonna have it very close to the fold there and try to center it, okay, across. So I'm going to just put a little more glue on there where everybody can see good. And then I'm going to put them right on there. Okay, just above the score line there, or the fold, and then you want to center it from left to right. Okay, that is the bones of our backpack. I'm going to slide the fruit snacks in right there. Okay, so that's how quickly that comes together. You do that too. Yeah, I get excited and want to move along and then I forget. So hey, I was able to save it tonight. All right, so there we have it. Now you can see just how the backpack folds up on top of it. All right, so now I'm going to do the stamping for the inside. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in this piece of basic white cardstock, and this is going to go on the inside, and this is cut at 3 5/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, and we are going to take the It's Your Day from the Under My Umbrella, but remember, you can kind of use whatever you have. Okay, or you can just write a cute little note. I remember my daughter always loved getting these little prizes in her backpack when she was little, and I used to write her notes and things and put them in her lunchbox. Yes, I was that kind of mom. All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to put the glue on that panel, and that fits perfectly here on the inside. All right, so the inside's pretty much finished. What do you think? Pretty easy. All right, now we're going to go ahead and bring that up and that down. All right, now we're going to work with the magnets. Now, if you look at mine, you can't see the magnets anywhere. Okay, they open and close, and you don't really see the magnets. And I always try to do that they're kind of hidden. And another reason it's good to hide them is because they won't get bumped off and things like that. So let me show you how I did my hiding of magnets. It's really quite easy. All right, you're going to need 2 magnets for this. They are tiny, but boy, oh boy, are they strong. Okay, I'm going to take my first magnet, and I'm going to grab my pack of glue dots, and I'm going to just put the magnet right on the glue dot. I'm going to grab my pick tool and I'm just going to place this maybe not quite halfway down, maybe a little farther down. Okay, centered from left to right as best I can. All right, so there's our first magnet. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the piece of designer series paper that goes over the top flap, and this measures 3 3/8 by 1 7/8. Okay, I'm going to grab my Tombow again, and we're going to put glue on the back of this panel of DSP, and then we're going to put it right over the magnet. All right, so then the recipient will be so surprised when the backpack closes up all by itself. I always like to give them a wow if I can. All right, so I can feel it right there, but it is not going to go anywhere. All right, now here is the quickest way to figure out how to place the bottom one. Okay, rather than trying to figure out, well, maybe it's about here. This is a trick. I don't know if I picked it up or I just figured it out after many, many failures. So what I'm going to do is take the second one, open my flap, and then just drop the magnet, and it's going to attach right to the other one. Okay, we're going to let it there. We're going to grab a glue dot off my glue dot pack, and I'm going to place it right on that side of the magnet. Can you see that? I put a glue dot right on that side. Okay, then all you're going to do is close the backpack and just press down a little bit where the magnet is, and then you just open it up, and now the magnet is perfectly placed for you. Okay, isn't that tricky? Then you can grab your piece of designer series paper for the bottom panel. This is cut at 3 5/8 by 3 7/8. And then we can go ahead and put that on the back portion of the panel, the bottom portion of the panel. So isn't that easy? That's a quick and easy way to get it perfectly lined up. All right, I'm going to take my paper now. And there you have it. It's going to close up very nicely for you. Okay. Now, I do have a few more pieces of designer series paper. Let me grab them here. These two pieces go on the top and the bottom of the backpack. And these are cut at 3 5/8 by 3/8 of an inch. So they're pretty skinny, but they just add a little more color on the top and the bottom, because then on the back, we're going to do our shoulder straps. Now, you certainly could put a piece on the back as well, under the shoulder straps. That would look pretty. Yep, I try to keep it nice and easy. I try to let you guys benefit from all the oopses I did. So, all right. So there we have our little strips on the top and the bottom. Okay, now let's work on our straps. First strap we're going to do is the loop that goes on the top. All right, this piece is 3 inches by 3/8 of an inch, and I scored at 1/2 inch from each side. Let's see if you can see that. I don't know. Okay, that's all in the directions. So I'm just going to fold over on those 2 score lines. Then I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to round this a little bit, because this is going to be one of those loops that goes on the top of the bag. Okay, you can use your fingers to round it, or you can use your little bone folder. Now it's ready to attach to our backpack. A little bit of Tombow on both of those. I'm going to stand it up And then you just kind of adhere it to the top. And you have your little loop on top. All right, so there we go. There's our top loop. Let's turn it over and we're gonna put our shoulder straps on. Shoulder straps. These pieces are 5 inches by 1/2 inch, and they are scored at 1 inch on both sides. Okay, so we're gonna fold those on both of them. Let me get my bone folder. Give these a good crease. These are gonna go on the back of the backpack just to look like the little shoulder straps. I kept them flat down on the box just because it would be easier to lay the box down, but I've seen some people that will make the rounded backpack straps. That's a great idea too. All right, so I'm gonna grab both of these and I'm gonna put Tombow on just these 1 inch sections. Turn it over, and then I'm going to glue it directly to the back of my backpack. I have it about 1/2 inch in from the side, about 1/2 inch from the top and bottom, just as good as you can. Just do a little bit of moving around and get it right where you like it. Same thing on the other side. About 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch from the top and the bottom. And that strap looks a little longer. Oops. Okay, so there you have your straps. I know, it's amazing. I'm totally hooked on it. That's part of my thing. I just love making cute things out of paper. That is a passion of mine. All right, so now we have our back loops. We have our top. Now it's time to make our fun little monster face. All right, let me show you what I needed to use for those. First, I have these basic white circles. And if you have the layering circle dies, which you should if you don't have them, you're going to take the second smallest. This is the smallest here. We don't want that one. We want the second smallest. All right, that one is the one I used for the 2 eyeballs. All right, then I used my 1 inch circle punch and I cut out 2 crushed curry circles. So depending on the color of your backpack, this 1 inch circle will be that same corresponding color. Like here, I have the Fresh Freesia backpack, so the eyes are Fresh Freesia. And this one is, Seaside Spray. So I have the little Seaside Spray colored 1 inch circles for the eyes. Okay, and then lastly, the 1/4 inch circle punch. I cut out these 2 little pupils for the eyes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and layer these on each other. And we'll start first with the crushed curry circle. And we're gonna lay that right onto the basic white circle. And I have mine kind of down, oriented towards the edge of your circle. Okay, I just feel like that gives the little creatures a little more character rather than just putting them right in the center of the white. They look a little more like they're alive that way. Same thing with our cute little 1/4 inch circles, basic black. I'm going to also orient them closer to the edges of the circles, but you always want to leave a little bit in between so you can see the 3 different colors there. Okay. All right, then I'm going to teach you my great trick, and I use a little white gel pen to kind of make the eyes look a little more 3-dimensional. And you can see with this guy, the little C's. They're almost like a little C that I put along the edge of the black part of the eye. It just gives that eye a little more depth. We want them to look like they're alive, right? So I'm going to go ahead, and now you can make your eyes go both looking towards the side, both looking down. I'm going to stick with in like that. And then when you use your gel pen, you want to make sure you're putting your little C about the same spot on both eyes. So I'm going to go here and just put a little C right like that. I'll pick them up and show them to you then. And then a little C over here. Okay. I'm gonna make this one a little bit longer. There we go, that's better. So let me pick them up and show them to you. You can see how much better they look when you give them that cute little bit of shine in their eye. Okay, let's bring our backpack in. And we're going to go ahead and adhere these two little eyes onto the backpacks. I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of each. Want these to stay on really well because I have a feeling that whoever is the recipient of this little backpack is going to be opening and closing and opening and closing. So we got to make sure these eyes stay on. All right, so here goes my first eye. I'll put it right there. And then my second eye. Just want to do your best to get them centered on your little backpack. Okay, now 2 more things to do. We've got some teeth that need to be made. And this is kind of a freestyle, depending on what kind of teeth you want to make. What type of dental care did your monster get? Okay, you can see that mine are kind of all different, and that's okay because every monster has different teeth, right? No 2 monsters have the same teeth. So what I took is I took a piece of basic white. This is 1-inch strip and by 3 5/8. Okay, now I'll show you how I did this. I'm going to cut up from the bottom a 1/2 inch at the middle. Okay, so there. Just cut a 1/2 inch up from the middle. Now I'm going to kind of make my teeth. Now I don't have a tooth right in the center, so I'm going to cut away a triangle. And this is kind of the space between the 2 front teeth. Look here. See how I have the space between the 2 front teeth there? That's kind of what I created right there. And then you're going to just go zigging and zagging. And this is really something you don't want to worry too much about how straight they are or if they're both exactly the same, because it really doesn't matter. And there's the last one. And then the final cut you want to make is up toward that top corner. You don't have to go perfectly toward it, but this is going to be the part that we're going to glue on the inside of the flap. All right. So these are the teeth for this monster. Okay, so all you do is cut little triangles out of it. Okay. All right. I'm going to lay that down. I'm going to bring my Tombow back in. And I'm going to put a little tiny line right across the top. Okay, I'm going to slip this underneath behind the flap, and I'm going to bring the flap down right to the top of the teeth. All right, so I'm going to move this down, lay it down on my backpack. Okay, move it around a little bit, and then you can press down on your teeth, and then they adhere. And there he is. How easy is that to make the teeth? Okay, if you don't like the looks of this on the back, you can always take a strip of crushed curry and cover that. I don't care. The little person getting it is not gonna care, but if you would like to cover that up, that's a great idea. All right, we have one last thing to do, And I am going to use the tiniest rectangle from the stitched rectangle dies. These are amazing. Look how many you get. I had to use 2 pockets. All right, so this is the smallest one, and I cut out a crushed curry rectangle. Let me find him. And this would be really cute if you put the patch on the front. You could even just print the name of the recipient on. That would be another great way to use it too. Okay, and I just thought of that. I don't know where that came from. But if you don't have a stamp you like or whatever, you can always put the recipient's name on the front because you know they always have to have their names on their backpacks. All right, last stamp here. Remember, I'm going to use the stamp from the banner year that says Happy Fall, y'all. That's the closest I could find to anything that was appropriate for the backpack. So that's what I went with, but I like the name idea now too. I'm going to file that in my brain for later. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and try my best to get that in the middle. There we go. Happy fall, y'all. And I'm going to bring him back in. Grab my Tombow one more time. Get started, right? I hear you, Jean. Yep, they better get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. I bet you they would love getting them. I would love getting some fruit snacks. All right, so there it is. There is our cute little backpack. And let me bring this in real quickly just to show you what kind I used. I got this box at, I think, Weiss. But most of the pouches are roughly the same size. So I'm pretty sure any bag of fruit snacks would fit in the backpack. But these are the ones I used for it, the Welch's. So, all right. So that is my project for this evening. I hope you like these little monster backpacks. They're so, so cute. I was so excited to share them with you. If you would like a monster backpack kit, they're $15. And remember, there was enough materials inside to make 2 backpacks. And that includes the magnets and the fruit snacks for inside. So I'm not sure exactly which pattern you will get, but it will be from the In the Wild DSP set. Okay, because I'm running out of this, but there's lots of other pretty ones from In the Wild. All right, so if you would like a kit, you can either buy it for $15 or you can get it free with a $30 order. Please use my host code if you are going to purchase, so I'll know exactly which backpack kit you want. All righty, well, thank you so, so much for joining me this evening. Now, next Tuesday, I will be on vacation. So I'm pretty excited about that. We are going to Cape May. So I am going to schedule my Facebook Live next week for Thursday. So I will try to remind you through the course of the week that I will be going on Thursday. So I am just excited to get away. We're all going to Cape May to have lots of fun. So we will be going on Thursday. The last thing I'd like to remind you of is I'm having my first Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack this month. And I need the orders in by the 17th, which is about a week from today. And we will be using the Painted Christmas set. And I wanted to just show you a couple of the samples of the cards. You will have 5 different designs and you will make 3 of each design. Okay. So that's 15 cards with envelopes. And when you come to the event, everything will be cut out ready for you to go, and you will get a chance to take home whatever you have left of the designer series paper and the ribbon and the embellishments. So it's a great fun day. We eat cupcakes and we have lots of fun. So if you're interested in that, it is on August 27th. It's a Friday evening. We'd love for you to come. So let me know if you're interested, and I will put you on my list. Alrighty, I hope you love those monster backpacks, and take care. Have a great week. I'll see you next Thursday. Happy stamping!